New Zealand has a very new dairy sheep industry, mostly populated with small producers, with one exception. This pioneering sheep milk company in Southland is producing infant milk formula and artisan cheese from its factory in Invercargill for local and international markets.
Blue River is a unique sheep milking processing operation. We started in about 2003 on the banks of the Clutha River, hence the name Blue River. And I guess the business has grown and moved to Invercargill to our current processing facility. And we've grown from making cheeses into, I guess, higher value products such as milk powders and infant formulas. Originally, Blue River was a small family, Turkish family, and they saw an opportunity to, milk some sheep for themselves, produce some cheese, and give it to their family members. And so they, really were boutique and giving it to, I guess, their direct family. It reminded them of home. And then I guess Keith Nayland, he came along, and I guess he's our pioneering founder, and he's the one with a vision. He saw a opportunity to take sheep milk to the world and to scale it up in terms of the next big industry for New Zealand. So he's invested in the farming side of the business, and he's invested in the processing operation. And it's continued to grow from humble beginnings back in 2003 to a medium-sized business now. The focus right here and now is infant formula. So I guess if you look at the value chain of sheep milk, it's expensive to harvest, So the farming side of the operation, the milk's not cheap. So we have to maximise the value, and we have to look at markets where the demand's high and where we can extract that premium. So for us, naturally, that exists in infant formula. So in early 2015, Blue River was purchased by a Chinese interest, and they have taken over this business. And with those market connections, with that technical expertise and market insight, we've been able to gain our registration to export formula into the China market, and as such, that's our absolute focus now and will continue to be into the future. We're always looking at opportunities in market. We have intention of not only continuing with infant formula, but taking that to other markets. So we don't want to rely on China as a market. Absolutely, it's key now to our launch and our growth, but we're looking at diversifying into other Asian countries. But we're also looking at things like butter, we're looking at things like ice cream again, and we're also looking at, the elderly population that, there is an ageing population globally, so there's a potential for us to do nutritional powders for, the ageing population that we have. Historically, sheep milk has been, around for hundreds or thousands of years, so it's not something that's new like it is in New Zealand. Nutritionally, it's far superior than other milk alternatives. A lot of the Asian population has an intolerance to processing or digesting cow milk, and I guess we offer a unique alternative that's very, very healthy. Sheep milk has naturally got higher percentages of things like vitamin C, iron, and specialist infant formula things like L-carnitine and OPO. So when we are developing our products, we're not having to put those in and add those, we're creating something that's natural. The outlook's good. The investment that was brought in early 2015 has meant that we can secure the jobs, secure the processing plant here, but also grow it. So as we are working with Antara Ag at the moment about growing the milk volume they're providing to us, we're also looking at external farmers to supply into our processing plant as well. For 2016, we have a plan to produce 1,000 tonnes of infant formula. So that's significant on the world stage, and we know that we have the demand for it, so it's just about us producing that. In terms of our cheese business, we call that our domestic market. It's Australia and New Zealand, and we're making cheese about 1 week in every month, and then we're using the rest of the time to cut and pack and supply the orders into market.
The protein's twice the protein as bovine milk, plus twice the fat. We get a maturity at half the rate, so it takes 3 months to mature a product as to 6 months with bovine. We're making a halloumi, and we make a feta and a pecorino, probably a sabato, and also a sheep's milk cheddar. We're looking around about 25 tonne, I suppose, which would be looking maybe 200,000 litres a year. We have been as high as 30 tonne, which is 126,000 litres. So probably maybe a sixth of the milk total in general.
Quality management is really critical for our operation. We make food for babies, so it is imperative that we get it right. So that starts from, knowing where the milk's coming from the farms, and then we have control from there all the way through to the finished product. So it's critical that each step of the process, all the operators, the training, what we do to get it right, and then the testing we do to verify that it's correct, is really imperative. Traceability is huge for us. In China, there is a huge concern about adulterated products. So one of the benefits we have is that we manufacture in New Zealand. New Zealand as a brand is as trusted as the Blue River brand is in China. So I guess, when you put Blue River and made in New Zealand together, or manufactured in New Zealand, it becomes pretty powerful.
When someone asks me about New Zealand, the first thing that comes to my mind is a beautiful and well-protected environment, and the large pastures, numerous sheep are well taken care of. So we actually started looking into sheep in New Zealand a couple of years ago, and we realized that there is a great potential and value in it, because it has very limited environmental impact compared with the cattle farms, and also it has a very higher nutrition elements. So also it will be even better if we are able to commercialize it. So that's why, and this to us is a new and very unique area in this dairy industry, and an area that we believe can bring benefits to both the farmers and also to us as investors. Before sheep milk enters the market, there are mainly bovine milk and the goat milk in the market. We've started to say bovine milk has reached a sort of bottleneck, but for goat milk, it's just started. And the annual growth rate for the goat milk is 50% on a yearly basis. So we expected the growth rate of the sheep milk to be doubled than the goat milk. And we are a very pioneering company, and we have all the confidence that this can be a successful business.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.